Right from his first album, Kanye was working with legendary artists like Jay-Z and Common. But there are some names from his first several albums that, years later, are pretty much forgotten. What happened to these artists? Selena Johnson. Selena Johnson is best known for being the singer on Kanye's All Falls Down. You see, he originally wanted to sample Lauryn Hill's song Mystery of Iniquities, but he couldn't get the rights to it. Apparently, Kanye representatives and Hill seemed like they had a deal ready, but due to some other people in the negotiations, Kanye didn't get the sample cleared. Luckily for both of them, Selena was there to re-sing parts of it for Kanye, and the rest is history. Before they made the song, Selena was a fairly popular R&B singer. Her albums didn't go number one, even on the R&B charts, but she had a steady level of success. After All Falls Down, she had her biggest album yet, The Flesh. But after that success, she kind of seemed to fall off of a cliff. It turns out that Selena left her label and decided to release her following albums independently. While not having to work under a label lets you have more musical control, without a label, you usually have more of a difficult time promoting your albums. Her old label, Jive, had worked with some huge artists like Aaliyah and A Tribe Called Quest, so her leaving them definitely hurt her success. But she continued to steadily release albums and was even brought back for Kanye's 2021 song, Donna Chant. So that's pretty cool, eh? GLC. Leonard Harris, aka GLC or Gangster Legendary Crisis, is a fellow Chicago artist that first worked with Kanye in the 90s group Go Getters with Consequence. He then showed up on Kanye's songs Spaceship and Drive Slow. GLC even worked with Kanye on his unreleased HBO pilot A Little Inappropriate. He was never really a prolific artist, only releasing one album and a couple mixtapes that weren't very popular. He just started doing occasional appearances here and there and not actual projects. When Kanye was getting into controversies in 2017 and 2018, GLC was one of his biggest critics. He thought that Kanye's marriage to Kim Kardashian was changing him and that he was getting too angry when dealing with reporters. But he also said that he cried over the situation and said that Kanye needed help, not ridicule. In one interview, he said, "Sorry, Donda, I promise, we tried our best." Well, damn.
Dexter Mills, aka Consequence, actually got his start in the 90s with A Tribe Called Quest instead of with Kanye. His cousin is Q-Tip, who helped found the group. It wouldn't be until 2004 that Consequence actually collaborated with Kanye on Spaceships. His first album, Don't Quit Your Day Job, was released on Kanye's label Good Music. You can definitely hear the early Kanye influence on it, with some nice soul samples and a lot of storytelling. It even has a thematic focus on getting your first job, kind of like a sequel to Kanye's College trilogy. Kanye even did a bit of production work on it too. Unfortunately, the album wasn't as successful as Consequence hoped, and he didn't release another album for many years. He also seemingly left Kanye's label on bad terms, allegedly over some writing credit issues and not being able to get a second album out. Unfortunately, a couple of other artists have said that Kanye didn't give Good Music as much attention as he should have. In 2020, Consequence also had a really bad health scare with lupus, though thankfully, he was able to recover. In a 2024 interview, Consequence said that Kanye sent him a bunch of money. This paid for his second album, Nice Doing Business With You. So Consequence ended up thanking Kanye, and they reconciled.
Mr. Hudson. Ben Hudson, aka Mr. Hudson, is a British singer that first started working with Kanye on the album 808s and Heartbreaks, where he was the guest vocalist on the song Paranoid. Before that, he was in a soul group called Mr. Hudson and the Library. Mr. Hudson ended up disbanding the group to become a solo artist in 2008, and he had a lot of success early on. He did some production work on 808s, and he had his Kanye collab song Supernova go number 2 in the UK. He is also featured on the Jay-Z song Forever Young as a vocalist. Although Kanye had high hopes for Mr. Hudson, even going on to say he could be bigger than he ever was. He never blew up to that level. His debut solo album was moderately successful, but didn't really have any other big hits besides Supernova. So it seems like he decided to move into more of a writer and producer role, working with artists such as like Miley Cyrus. What seems to be his final collaboration with Ye came on Cudi Montage, where he sings the outro. He eventually left Ye's label Good Music and became a solo artist, releasing an album in 2019. Really Though. Another member of the group Go Getters, Really Though, aka Warren Trotter, was one of the early friends Kanye had in the music industry. He had a feature on Kanye's track We Major off of Late Registration. Kanye even once said, "Been a studio with Really Though, yeah, he next up," on Diamonds from Sierra Leone. Unfortunately, Really Though never really got famous, at least as a rapper. He released one album so far, First Impressions, and it wasn't very successful. On the other hand, he's still been working with Kanye. Really Though was a writer on Kanye's mega hit, All of the Lights. He also helped write Junior and Pure Souls on Donda, and even worked on Kanye albums Vultures and Bully. Even though he wasn't successful as a rapper, being a constant collaborator of Kanye from before he even made College Dropout through 2025 is pretty crazy. Alba Beck, or Albert Daniels, is a Bronx rapper known for being on the bonus track for Graduation, Good Night. Interestingly, he said he was raised by rapper Big Pun before Bun passed away. Beck met Kanye on the set for the Two Words music video where they became friends. After appearing on Good Night though, Beck's career didn't really take off. He didn't release a solo album until 2015, and that album was unsuccessful. He did act in a couple of movies though, including the 2006 film ATL. He said he had to perform in public in order to get enough money to make it to Atlanta to perform. While he didn't feature on another Kanye album, he also worked with him on Donda and Donda 2. D-Well, a fellow Midwest artist. He met Kanye through mutual friends, the hip-hop duo Slum Village. This led to him collaborating with Kanye on his masterpiece Flashing Lights back in 2007. He then appeared on Power in 2010. Although he was having multiple albums going to the top 10 on the R&B charts, D-Well mostly stopped releasing music after 2012. He did a couple features here and there, but nothing really high profile. In a 2016 interview, D-Well mentioned that it was tough trying to maintain high level popularity as an R&B artist. Soul music was becoming less popular over the years, but he still had a dedicated fan base. He was also a perfectionist when working on new music, which makes it hard to drop new stuff and be happy about it. So it seems like he stepped away from trying to be a star, dropping new albums, and just enjoy what he had. He continued to do shows when he wanted to and just seems to be having fun based on his Instagram.
Like Kanye, rapper J.I.V. also grew up in Chicago. Kanye ended up hearing about him and invited him to feature on Never Let Me Down, one of the most underrated Kanye songs in my opinion. Although he didn't feature on another Kanye song, he did end up working on the Kanye Netflix documentary Genius. J.I.V. actually had a bunch of success with spoken word records years after Never Let Me Down dropped. When the Grammys made a new category for spoken word poetry albums in 2023, J.I.V. won not only the first ever Grammy in the category, but also won it the year after.
And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to my YouTube channel, man. Turn on post notifications, and until next time.